Dead plants hold the best stories, and today we're talking about lavender and skullcap. Lavender is the herb that you smell before you feel. Funny, I hated lavender for so long because I thought it smelled like soap. Anybody else? I thought it smelled the way soap tastes. Romans used lavender in their bathwater. Its name actually comes from the Latin word wash. Lavender is one of the most researched aromatic herbs in the world for relaxation, like point blank. Unlike many herbs, lavender works because it enters our body through many senses. It's like an experience. The scent alone has calming properties and a ritual to it. Even modern researchers have found that aroma of a lavender alone can play a part in influencing our nervous system and deactivating stress responses. Lavender is like a massive, deep exhale, like opening the window after a really long day and there's no bugs and a nice, beautiful breeze. Skullcap, another beautiful nervine, think nervous system, just like lavender. This herb is for the busy mind. The herb I purchased my first tincture for because I just had to have more of it, mainly because of all the scientific studies done on it. It's just fascinating. Skullcap was named because of its tiny cap-like shaped flowers, not because it has anything to do with skulls, actually, so fun fact. Traditional North American herbalists often reach for skullcap for people who had prolonged periods of mental stress or any sort of mental strain and life. It really has a long history of helping people who feel incredibly quiet. Again, like myself. ADHD. Scientists are continuously doing studies on skullcap, and it is my favorite thing to read about the influence that it has on the calming pathways in our nervous system. I'm just fascinated. Think skullcap like closing all the browsers in your brain. If you're like me, CPTSD, ADHD baddie like myself, just need to close some of the tabs going on in the brain, and skullcap helps close the book and put the books away, like in the library. In the Nervine video. If you haven't seen that video, go watch that video. It's a good one. Maybe I'll put it at the top of We're just going to make this a series on a playlist. We're going to talk about Mugwort too, the dream herb. It is so well known for being the dream herb, but I always described it as the herb that pulled the anxiety out of my body, the restlessness. It just pulled it out so I could actually calm down. Mugwort alone has been associated with many cultures all through time, associated with dreams. It appears in European, Chinese, and indigenous traditions, all for entirely different reasons, which is a really rare example of a widespread historical use. Mugwort, I just love her for that. But historically, Mugwort has been connected to dreams, symbolism, an all-time nighttime ritual. I always, when my wife and I first got together, just made a full-blown cup of tea of Mugwort and honey. Absolutely life-changing for my nighttime ritual. There's a reason it's in all three of our sleep teas. Not the kids' tea though, it's not kid-friendly. Kids' sleep tea, everybody needs. It's great for adults too. That one's got passion flower that we'll talk about in another video. The science evidence behind dreams and all of that beautiful fun things when it comes to mugwort is really limited. Much of it has to do with just reputation across all sorts of cultures. Between its traditional use and my personal experience, me not so much dreams, this is just relaxing. I try to avoid dreams at all costs. Hashtag CPTSD. Think of it more as a bedtime routine and ritual, rather than sedation itself. Mugwort's like opening up a dream theater with creativity and allowing all of the stress to just release from your body into the cosmos. Not necessarily making you sleep, but inviting your imagination to the stage.